Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Your old buddy Tim back with another video. And this one, I just want to take a look at a press release that just came out concerning the lawsuit that we are all talking about in the real estate industry. I'm talking about the class action lawsuits against NAR, Keller Williams, Remax, Anywhere, several others that have to do with commission participation. How things are done by the MLSs, how things are done by agents and that sort of thing. If you're not familiar with the lawsuit, you better get familiar. Climb out from under that rock you live under, my friends. Look up a NAR lawsuit because it does have there is the great possibility here that's going to change our business over the next few years and change how we make our living. So seriously, if you're not familiar with this lawsuit, I've done other videos. There's information everywhere. So bottom line is this. There is a couple of class action lawsuits that have been filed by consumers who say that they were forced to pay the buyer's agent commission as sellers, and they should not have been forced to do that, and they want that to change. So originally the lawsuit was against Anywhere, which is the franchisor for Coldwell Banker, Corcoran, I think ERA and several others. Keller Williams was named, Remax was named, and the big fish out of all this is the National Association of Realtors. Now, for the longest time, there was noise being made by those being sued that they would never settle, that doing so would take away the buyer's right to have their own representative, that sort of thing. They're saying without the seller contributing to the buyer's agent commission, the real estate industry as we know it would simply, it wouldn't go away, but it would be greatly changed. Well, the dominoes are starting to fall, as they say. You might have heard that a couple of weeks ago, Anywhere, again, they are the franchisor for Coldwell Banker, ERA, several others, have decided to settle. And then most recently, I believe it's Remax has decided to settle. So there was great mystery surrounding the settlement until today. And I'm going to pull up my computer here. I'm going to read you a couple of articles. If you missed them, pay attention, boys and girls, because this is important stuff. Anywhere unveils the details of its bombshell commission settlement. Among the proposed changes, Anywhere said its company-owned brokerages, franchisees, and affiliated agents will no longer be required to belong to the National Association of Realtors. There's a point there we're going to talk about in just a minute. So let me scroll down here. Franchisor Anywhere Real Estate on Friday publicly unveiled the sweeping changes it would make as part of a proposed settlement in the two bombshell lawsuits that are upending the real estate industry. The proposed settlement in the cases known as Sitzer, Burnett, and Merle had been kept confidential until now. So let's see what's going on here. I am pleased that Anywhere has reached a nationwide settlement with the plaintiffs in the Burnett and Merle cases. Ryan Schneider, who is the Anywhere chief exec officer and president, said in a statement, "We believe this is the right course of action, blah, 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 blah." Sorry. Anyway, basically what they're saying here is they're settling because this could bankrupt their company, honestly. In addition to changes related to commission structure, Anywhere said in the statement that its company-owned brokerages and agents could cut ties with the National Association of Realtors. Now, I did a video the other day about our local MLS and its connection with NAR. The question that I posed our local MLS is, do you have to be a member of NAR to be a member of HAR? Well, in what could only be described as a really convoluted political reply, basically it said this: you do not have to be a member of NAR to be a member of HAR. However, your broker was still going to incur fees, and you are going to incur additional fees. And go watch the video. Basically, it said you do not have to belong to NAR, but you are going to double your MLS fees, and your broker is going to encourage a lot of fees as well. So this should be interesting. So anyway, they said the agents and brokerages could cut ties with NAR. The new details came about a month after Anywhere announced it had reached a proposed settlement in Sitzer-Burnett, which is scheduled to go on trial October 16th. Keller and NAR are still the big defendants there. The deal was jointly negotiated with the plaintiffs, et cetera, et cetera. Anywhere, now here's the stuff I want to focus on. Anywhere unveiled 3 proposed changes to its business practices for Anywhere advisors, which includes Coldwell Banker, Corcoran Group, Sotheby's International, and they're willing to make these changes for 5 years. So in 5 years, they may just go back to their old ways. Anywhere will prohibit company-owned brokerages and their affiliated agents from claiming buyer agent services are free. You guys, agents shouldn't be doing that in the first place. You don't ever want to represent yourself or represent our services as being free to the buyer's agent, okay? Even if they technically are, we are paid out of the commissions by the seller proceeds, but we can no longer entice buyers to use our services by saying we work for free. That's what this is saying. And you shouldn't be saying that anyway, just as a matter of routine. Anywhere will require company-owned brokerages and their affiliated agents to include the listing broker's offer of compensation for prospective buyers' agents as soon as possible in each active listing, consistent with MLS rules or capabilities of third-party website operators. Now, you and I both know that the buyer's compensation is already visible in the MLS. What this is saying is that compensation is going to be made publicly and if possible, okay? There may be websites out there that are not pulling out the buyer's agent data to display in a public forum. I honestly don't see where that's going to make a Sam Hill's bit of difference. I, as a buyer's agent, I have no problem knowing that my compensation is public knowledge. So I'm not sure why this is a big get. Maybe I'm missing something here. Happens a lot when you get my age. Thirdly, anywhere will prohibit company-owned brokerages or their affiliate agents from using any technology to sort listings by offers of compensation unless requested by the client. Honestly, I have never used buyer's compensation as a criteria for search in our MLS. I'm not even sure you can do that. Maybe you can, but they are going to prohibit their agents from doing so. So those are the 3 big changes that they're willing to make to settle this lawsuit. Now remember, the whole crux of this lawsuit was about sellers being forced to pay buyer's agent compensation. So I don't see how this is going to change anything. And if we go over here to this article that is on The Real Deal, Anywhere strikes buyer commission, NAR membership rules, and proposed settlements. Now, this is Ryan Schneider, who's the president, and Sue Yanacone, who is something. I don't mean she's something. I'm sure she's a very nice lady, but Anywhere Real Estate agreed to rule changes over buyer's agent commission and National Association of Realtor membership as part of its settlement in 2 landmark cases. The parent company specifics, they released specifics, which we've already talked about. But interesting enough, in this article here, they are still very much advocates of buyer's agent commission. Let's see. We believe this is the right course of action to remove further uncertainty and ongoing legal expense. If approved by the judges, the company will have to implement the rule changes across its brand for 5 years. Why just 5 years? I don't know. Anywhere expects a hearing on the settlement terms in 2024. Let's see. The lawsuits known as Meridianville allege that NAR and several of the nation's leading brokerages violated antitrust laws by inflating commissions charged to home sellers. Let me find the part that I want to talk about. Yeah, here we go. Though the firm agreed to change some of its practices, executives doubled down on their support for buyers' agents in the announcement. It is in the economic best interest of both buyers and sellers to work with experienced, trusted advisors, said Sue Yannicone, CEO and president of Anywhere Brands. We strongly believe in sellers making offers of compensation to buyers, agents, to bring more eligible buyers to a listing, which increases the likelihood of a successful transaction. So here's my confusion. Other than the fact that Anywhere is coughing up $53 million, I believe, is this really a settlement? Does this really address the crux of the issue that was buyers, agents being compensated by sellers? I don't know. Anywhere will also no longer mandate that the brokerages, franchises, and agents under its umbrella belong to NAR. I got to tell you, this is Anywhere and RE/MAX and probably Keller and everybody else eventually throwing NAR under the bus, which in my opinion is not a bad place for NAR to be honest with you. I won't go into that on this video, but I do believe that NAR is going to be the last man standing in this lawsuit. And honestly, with these kind of settlement terms, why would you? Let's see. The firm will also require its agents to inform their clients that commissions are not determined by law and are negotiable, and it will eliminate minimum client commissions requirements from its brand. I've done hundreds and hundreds of real estate deals. I have always told my sellers that the commission requirements are negotiable. I tell my clients, you set the commission, not me. You tell me how much to offer agents. So again, maybe I've just always done it right and didn't even know. Some MLSs have already axed the minimum compensation requirement, according to Yannicone, which has helped to facilitate seller choice in these markets. It would be an interesting question to pose to our local association here. Have they done away with the requirements of a minimum commission? I honestly don't know. I've never thought about it. So anyway, a good question. Anyway, Home Services and Keller Williams remain as defendants along with NAR. I'm telling you guys, it is a matter of time before America Home Services and Keller come out and do a settlement of their own, especially if it's something as milquetoast as this. Again, the terms of the settlement are: Anywhere will prohibit company-owned brokerages and their affiliate agents from claiming buyer agent services are free. Duh, do that already. Anywhere will require company-owned brokerages and their affiliated agents to include the listing broker's offer of compensation for prospective buyers' agents as soon as possible in each active listing consistent with MLS rules. And there's a little loophole there. What are the MLS rules? I don't know. Maybe I'll ask. I'll get a nice, politically confusing offer. Anywhere will prohibit company-owned brokerages and affiliated agents from using technology or manual methods to sort listings by offers of compensation. Again, I don't even know if that's possible in our MLS. It has never occurred to me to do so. Because, I mean, look, guys, your fiduciary responsibility is to your client, not to how much your commission is. Now, that's not to say that I have not had conversations with some agents who the first thing they want to negotiate is not the price, it's their commission. You can't do that. You cannot negotiate commission in an offer. You should know that. If you don't, you do now. Anyway, I just thought this was really interesting because I thought that the settlement would include things like buyers' agency commissions going away and buyers having to pay their own commissions. Well, clearly not the case. Honestly, this settlement makes me think that it's just about the money. They wanted the $53 million, and these are really minor changes that really aren't going to affect us at all. That said, this is great news if this is all we have to settle for. All right, this really isn't going to have the sweeping changes that everybody thinks this lawsuit is going to have. Buyer's agency isn't going away. In fact, they're still encouraging sellers to pay the buyer's agency fee. So it's a moving target, guys. I will try to keep you up to date as changes come about. I'm telling you, we are going to see HomeSmart or whoever the heck it was, along with Keller. They're going to settle soon, and then it's just going to come down to NAR. And then we can discuss and debate NAR. Is it really helpful? Do you get anything out of it? And of course, we will debate our local association, which they hate, by the way. But that's what we do here in this group. So, all right, guys, I would love to have your feedback. I'd love to hear your comments. What do you think about these settlement terms? Does this change the way you do business at all? Or have you really been coloring in the lines all along? So, all right, guys, get out there, make it a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.